Hello everybody, it has been a while, and for my subscribers I really want to thank you for hanging in there and sticking with the channel, and I'm looking forward to uploading new content. And today's video is going to focus on how to get unstuck. So I've been life coaching now for 10 years, and if you are interested in it, the contact information is in the description. Very affordable life coaching, and this is my full-time job, so this is all I do. And there's a lot of stuff that come up in coaching and from my own research and studies that I think will be very helpful to share with viewers of the channel. And one of the things that seems to come up periodically, I'd say probably about 10%, maybe 15% of my clients that just get stuck. They have some goals that they want to work on. They want to improve their social confidence, their social connections. They want to give up bad habits, and they just can't seem to make consistent progress over an extended period of time. And they just kind of fall back to their old ways and bad habits and forms of escapism. And it's really frustrating because it makes you feel bad. When you see that your life can't progress forward and you can't accomplish the things that you've set out to do, it's really discouraging. So I'm just going to talk about a few suggestions that I have found to be helpful. Number one is start really small. Don't fall for New Year's resolution trap where you're setting a lot of different types of goals or habits and you're setting them to target too high. For example, going to the gym. You haven't been to the gym in years, and all of a sudden you have a goal to go to the gym 4 or 5 days a week, 1-2 hours a day. You don't want to start there. You want to start really, really small. And I mean really small. So something like, I'm going to do 5 push-ups a day, 4 or 5 days a week. And it's incredible the progress you can make when you focus on consistency and not quantity. Quantity will take care of itself with time. If you just focus on consistency, and even better yet, if you track it, like with a habit app, or track it with me or a coach or something like that, it makes a big difference because you also have that added accountability. And when you're doing those types of things, you get a reward of, man, I've been able to stick with this habit, even if it's 5, 10 push-ups, 3-4 days a week. I've been able to stick with it 1 week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, and then you can add to it. And one of the biggest struggles that my clients who get stuck is they no longer have a belief in themselves that they have an ability to keep their word. So they feel like, why bother starting any type of habit or goal when they know that they're not going to be able to stick with it based on past history? And that's something that, again, having a coach or having someone hold you accountable that is experienced, and it's better if it's not a friend or a family member, but that can make a huge difference. And the other thing is, people focus so much on good habits. It's the bad habits that will sink the ship, the bad habits that will destroy your progress and productivity. And one of the things that I come across most frequently in coaching is screen addiction. And that can be the phone, that can be the computer, it can be the tablet, it can be TV. That is such an issue that we as coaches have to deal with, and something that I have to deal with in my life as well. And when you have a bad habit, that is going to take you down a different path. Now, it could be food addiction, it could be gambling, it could be shopping, it could be porn. There's all different types of addictions. But you're spending your dopamine, dopamine, which gives you the motivation to seek out rewards or avoid pain, you're spending that on something that is a fake reward. So when we watch videos or we're on social media or we're on the screens, we get that false sense that we are connecting with people. but it's a fake reward, and then you just need your next hit, and afterwards you don't feel good because it's not real. It's not a real connection. And better, even face to face, but with everything that's going on, even if it's through video, that's better than staring at a screen, making a connection with people. Our brain then releases oxytocin as we develop trust and we develop relationships with people. So with bad habits, a lot of resources, my clients that get stuck, and to one degree or another, we all have this. Bad habits will take so much of your energy and really distract you from what you want to do. And the other thing that a bad habit or addiction does is it numbs you out. And one of the most beautiful things that we have is a feedback mechanism. So when we touch a hot stove and it burns us, we learn, okay, I can't do that anymore. I got to walk, further away from the stove. When mom and dad is cooking, or when your significant other is cooking, I have to protect myself. I have to change my behavior. And when you are numbing out with an addiction or with something like screens, you're not allowing yourself to feel the pain that is going to incentivize you, to motivate you to change direction and to do the things that make you uncomfortable. Because if you're getting that, I want to focus on social needs right now because that is absolutely essential. We are social beings and we need to connect with other people. And if we're spending that and getting those fake rewards on social media and we're numbing out by spending more and more times on screens, we are not going to go seek that out. We're going to be less inclined to seek it out. And especially for people that feel like they are anxious, socially anxious around other people. And so it's really important, start small. Say, some of my clients, what we work on is just saying hi to people as you pass them. If that's too much, giving a smile to someone. And once you start doing things that give you a feel-good reward, you're going to be incentivized to do it more and more. But when you avoid things that make you uncomfortable, you are signaling to your brain like a siren. This is an alert. This is a danger. Avoid, avoid, avoid. So every time you give in to that impulse of fear and say, I'm not going to talk to that stranger, to that handsome dude or that attractive girl because I don't want to get rejected. So your brain then protects you and you build this neural pathway because you think it's a real fear that can do you damage. And 10,000 years ago, it could do you damage. Getting rejected by others within your tribe is a very serious consequence, obviously, or can have very serious consequences. Obviously, today, it's not the case. And when we start feeling acclimated to situations that make us uncomfortable, it becomes easier and easier. It's just amazing. I've had clients that had real bad social anxiety or real fear of socializing, and we just continue to work on it. And with small things, they do it consistently, and they start feeling better. So being stuck, there are certain things that you need to do and need to look at in order to get yourself moving forward. One is the addictions. Look at your addictions, and instead of just saying, I'm not going to do those things anymore, find replacements. So I'm going to stick with the social example. If you find yourself feeling lonely and you're using screens, or you feel anxious to go out and socialize and meet new people, and you're using screens to cope, instead of just saying, I'm not going to go on screens, find safe ways or good replacements. Now, it could be something that doesn't even involve, that's not going to really raise the alarm for social anxiety by doing something that is focused around something, a hobby or a habit. So if you go to a class, a language class, go to a yoga class, or go to a meetup where they play board games and the focus is around the board game, things like that really help you to feel more comfortable, and it's not triggering that alarm to the same degree. It's like, it makes me slightly uncomfortable, but I can still do this. And one of the things that I noticed with my clients who are stuck is generally they are socially isolated, that they don't have a good social network. And we need that. Even introverts need that. I'm a high-level introvert. Even I need that. We definitely need to be connected to other people, to have our tribe, to have our group. It motivates you. It releases feel-good, happy chemicals. And you feel a sense of, I want to be able to accomplish something so I can contribute to this group and be a part of the group. And whatever, if that's, building up a skill, learning a new language, developing a hobby, it's so essential. The low moods that we have and from my experience, is from too much time in isolation, too much time staring at screens, and too much time not moving. Human beings, we're mammals, we're designed to move. We're not designed to be sitting all day, and especially to be staring at a screen. We're designed to be moving. We're designed to be in nature. We're designed to get fresh air, get sunlight, and have those social interactions. And one of the best things that you can do to lift your mood, and when you lift your mood, you're going to find that you're going to be more incentivized and motivated to make progress on the things that previously challenged you. Whatever you can do, get out of the house. Get out of the house, because that isolation, surrounded by all your temptations, is too, and plus there's so many habits. There's so many habits that are conditioned to when you are at home because of all the conveniences, all the screens, the food, the comfort. But when you get out of the house, you get moving, you do some exercising, you do some walking. Go to a library. I know it's difficult these times, but things will get better. Go to a coffee house. Go somewhere where even if you're not directly interacting with people, you're going to be, surrounded by people. Really, really important. And when you do those things and you start small, you're going to see progress, and it's going to have a ripple effect where you're going to be able to make progress on other goals. If we go into turtle mode, it's really difficult to motivate yourself and to be inspired and disciplined and consistent because the mood is so low. I hope this was very helpful. As always, I appreciate your comments, and thanks again for hanging in there. Subscribe if you do like the video, and if you would like to continue working on these types of topics. And life coaching covers a wide range of areas. I'll leave my email contact. You just send me an email. The pricing is very affordable. The consultation's free. The first session is 50% off, and it's something that I think everybody would benefit from. Thanks for tuning in. Until next time. Bye-bye.